Have you ever had one of those days you're just lying in bed, completely wiped out, and you know you have a million things to do, but you just can't? You can't find the energy. Well, today we're diving deep into that feeling. We're explaining burnout. And let's be honest, this is the question that pops into our heads, right? You're staring at your screen, nothing's happening, and that little voice starts whispering, "What is wrong with me? Am I just lazy?"
And you know what? It's a totally fair question. The line between feeling lazy and feeling genuinely burned out can get really blurry. But what if it's something more? In this explainer, we're going to clear up that confusion for good.
Okay, so first up, the diagnosis. Let's figure out what's actually going on. We'll look at the signs that separate burnout from garden variety laziness, and even peek at the science of what's happening inside your brain.
So this slide is really the key to the whole thing. Here's the core difference. Laziness is usually seen as a stable personality trait. It's just kind of how a person is. But burnout is a change. It's a state of exhaustion that happens to people who used to be super motivated. So the big question to ask yourself is, have I always been this way, or is this a new thing?
All right, let's get even more specific. Here are 6 big signs that what you're feeling is burnout. Number 1, you feel disconnected, almost like you're just an actor in your own life. That's a real thing called depersonalization. 2, you used to be a go-getter. 3, things you used to love, your hobbies, you just don't care about them anymore. 4, you're getting moody, maybe snapping at people. 5, and this is a big one, you started letting self-care slide. And finally, number 6, and this is so important, it didn't happen overnight. It was a slow burn. And look, this isn't just a buzzword. It's a real, recognized condition. The World Health Organization itself calls it a syndrome that comes from chronic stress that just hasn't been managed. Now, they say workplace stress, but let's be real. That kind of stress can come from anywhere, right?
And get this, because this is wild. Burnout isn't just in your head. It is physically changing your brain. I'm serious. Studies have shown that chronic stress can literally shrink the parts of your brain that are in charge of things like emotional control and focus. So, no, you are not imagining it. It actually becomes physically harder to think straight.
So, if this is a real physical thing, what in the world are we supposed to do about it? Well, this brings us to a major pivot in how we think about this. The problem isn't that your engine is broken. It's that you've been using the wrong kind of fuel. See, most of us run on what's called extrinsic motivation. This is all the stuff that comes from the outside world. Money, a promotion, praise, getting likes on a post. You're doing the thing to get the reward. But there's another fuel source, a way more powerful one, intrinsic motivation. This stuff comes from the inside. It's that feeling of curiosity, that sense of purpose, that desire to just get better at something. You're doing the activity because you actually love the activity. And this analogy just nails it. Extrinsic fuel is like fossil fuel. Sure, it gives you a quick boost, but it's dirty, it's controlled by other people, and eventually you run out. But intrinsic fuel, that's like fusion energy. It's clean, it's self-sustaining, it comes from within, and it's incredibly powerful. It's what powers the stars.
Okay, so fusion energy sounds pretty good, right? How do we actually tap into it? That brings us to the framework. We're going to break down the 5 keys you need to unlock that powerful, intrinsic motivation.
Here they are, the 5 keys. First up is curiosity, that little itch that makes you want to learn something new. Then there's mastery, the drive to just get really, really good at what you do. Third is autotelicity. I know, it's a weird word, but all it means is doing something just for the love of it, not for any reward. Think about a hobby you do even if you could never show anyone. That's it. Fourth is purpose, feeling like you're a part of something bigger than yourself. And finally, autonomy, having some real control over your work.
And here is the absolute game changer. When you start focusing on these 5 things, you stop trying to run on willpower. We all know willpower runs out. Instead, you're building a system, a machine that actually fuels itself. You're not forcing it anymore. All right, enough with the theory. Let's get down to the brass tacks with the game plan. These are real, practical strategies you can start using today to build a system that's basically burnout-proof.
Strategy number 1. This sounds way too simple, but trust me, it's a game changer. Schedule your rest. I mean it. Put it in your calendar like it's a meeting with your boss. Protect that time. Don't let anything else steamroll it. This is you taking back control. Next up, the 80% rule. This one is for all my high achievers and perfectionists. We think we have to give 110% every single day. That is a direct flight to Burnout City. Instead, just aim for a solid, sustainable 80%. This is about playing the long game. Consistency will always beat intensity. Strategy number 3, do an energy audit. Forget your time for a second. Focus on your energy. For just 1 week, make a note of which tasks totally drain you and which ones actually give you a little boost. Once you know, you can start redesigning your day around your energy levels. It's a total game changer.
And finally, the big one. You have to set boundaries. This means getting real about what you can control and what you can't. It means learning that no is a full sentence. Real self-care isn't always bubble baths. Sometimes it's just protecting your own energy. And when you put all this together, you start to shift into this really cool mindset. The idea is to become a Zen warrior. What's that? It means you detach from the external results, the praise, the money, but you become completely obsessed with the process, with the work itself, because you're fueled from the inside. So I'll leave you with this. After everything we've talked about, what's one small thing you can do, today, to start switching your fuel source? Are you going to schedule 20 minutes of actual rest? Are you going to say no to one small thing? That first step is everything.